Word on the street is that Biggie's mother, Voletta Wallace, is absolutely shocked by the scandalous hotel footage of Diddy and Cassie. But wait, that's not all. This explosive incident has apparently made her question other shady things Diddy might have gotten away with, including, brace yourselves, the mysterious death of her son, Biggie. What else could Diddy be hiding?
Christopher was not only a musician, an artist. Christopher was a son, was a grandson, was a nephew. He was a good friend. And people need to see that part of him that nobody.
And by the way, we're not just talking about Diddy's alleged involvement in Biggie's death. His name is back in the spotlight with fresh speculation around Tupac's murder too.
The feds are so deep and involved in this that Diddy just might be called up on that Tupac shit once they go through the money.
If there's one thing we've learned from the lawsuits against Diddy, it's that he loves to boast about his escapades. But could his own words be his downfall? This scandalous bragger might just get caught by his own bragging.
He said, I'm a businessman. I'm about making money. But something gotta change. I don't give a if Pac gotta die, Big gotta die, or Suge Knight go to jail.
Okay, so get this. Biggie's mom, Voletta, dropped some major bombshells about how unhappy she was with how Biggie was treated after signing with Diddy's label. She spilled the tea in her 2005 book, Biggie, Voletta Wallace Remembers Her Son Christopher. And guess what? She didn't hold back. She didn't trust Diddy one bit with her son's career. She wrote, "The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $225,000. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then. As a 19-year-old, he had never seen that much money at one time in his life. It was enough money to make my son believe that Puffy was ready to do anything for him. It was enough to buy blind love and loyalty. But here's where it gets even juicier. Signing with Diddy is also what led to Biggie's tragic death. And for decades, people have whispered that Diddy was involved. And when I say people, I mean Biggie's own family. Voletta has even gone on record saying that she and LAPD detectives know who killed her son, but there's a massive conspiracy stopping justice from being served. Can you believe that? She said the LAPD did their investigation, figured out what happened, but then just nothing. No arrests, no justice. Voletta thinks it's all one giant cover-up to protect someone important. Now tell me you don't see Diddy's fingerprints all over this. When Voletta agreed to be part of the project, City of Lies, which dives into the corruption, keeping this case unsolved, she got real about the shady stuff going on. She said, "I have strong hope that I don't care if it takes 40 years for the truth to come out. Somebody needs to be accountable for what they did." Those in high positions try to put the case on the shelf and not let the truth come out. They do not want to expose these police officers for the crooks they are. You know, all they wanted to do was save their retirement. They didn't want to ruffle their feathers. They didn't want people from the East Coast to come over. They did everything they could under the real investigation to put it on the shelf. Now, get this. Biggie's mother allegedly thinks Diddy might have had a hand in her son's death. And guess what? It's all tied to money. Remember when Diddy started handing back publishing rights to his old artists, including Biggie? Well, rumors are those rights are practically worthless now, and Diddy only gave them back after squeezing every last dime out of his former artists. We all know Diddy raked in even more cash from Biggie after his death than when he was alive. But those so-called valuable publishing rights Diddy returned to Biggie's family? Apparently, they're worth zilch. And Miss Voletta is not having it. She allegedly made it crystal clear that Diddy's move doesn't clear his name, especially with all the whispers about his possible involvement in Biggie's murder. And now, after seeing Cassie's tape, she's certain of what Diddy's capable of. All right, guys, when it comes to Diddy and Biggie's death, there's been a boatload of dirt, like that ex-bodyguard Uncle Ron, who claimed Diddy offered him cash to take out Biggie.
Was offered $30,000 to perform a hit on Biggie Smalls. March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists. Finding out that he wanted all the rights to all his
And then there's Gene Deal, who sensationally claims that Biggie was plotting to ditch Bad Boy Records for a mind-blowing deal worth over $60 million. Was the rap legend about to make a massive move?
He showed me, I said, you about to get that money? He said, yeah, look at this. It had Charlie Baltimore, Cameron, Little C's, Little Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy, I don't know, Tracy Murray?
Tracy Lee.
Tracy Lee and the commission. And I think the contract was for so many years for like 62 million, it comes out to like $62 million.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Gene Deal has dropped a bombshell, confirming that whatever happened to Biggie was definitely an inside job.
Was somebody in our crew that wanted them to know that Big was in that vehicle.
We've got some juicy gossip for you. Celebrities have hinted that Diddy might have had a hand in Biggie's death. Mace dropped a bombshell track, Oracle 2, Standing on Bodies, accusing Diddy of using Biggie Smalls' death as a marketing stunt and not properly compensating Biggie's mom. And let's not forget 50 Cent, who's repeatedly claimed that Diddy was involved in the deaths of both Biggie and Tupac. In his song Hip Hop, 50 Cent raps, "Who shot Biggie Smalls? If we don't get him, they're going to get us all." Man, Puffy knows who hit that man. He scared them boys from the West Side are going to break him off. But wait, there's more. Rumors are swirling that Diddy put a $1 million hit on Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight after their notorious rap beef. Allegedly, he hired Crips member Dwayne Keith Davis, aka Keith D, to do the dirty work. But things took a wild turn when Crips gang member Orlando Anderson supposedly took out Tupac, even though Keith D was originally supposed to handle it. A last-minute change of plans saw Keith D's nephew stepping in to finish the job.
He leaned over on the window, we rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side, I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side. Right.
The real drama behind this case lies with Eric Von Zip, the guy who was allegedly handed the cash for KD. But guess what? He never delivered the money, and now he's dead. Nothing concrete ties Diddy to Tupac's murder, or does it? Gandeal's recent bombshell suggests that if the feds track the money trail closely, Diddy could be linked to Tupac's death. Tupac's brother, Mopreme Shakur, is convinced everyone KD has ever named in connection to Tupac needs to be held accountable.
He mentions certain people that are, maybe accomplices. And so at this point in the game, somebody's, they're making someone accountable.
And then he was grilled about Diddy. And guess what? He singled out Diddy with a dramatic flair.
I don't have to do anything. This individual mentioned dude's name. Okay? Law enforcement has a job to do. Will they do it? It does feel like, Pac is being vindicated because, back in them days when things were going down, everybody thought he was crazy. He may not have expressed it properly, but that don't mean he was wrong. You dig?
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Obviously, the reason nobody dared to touch Diddy was because of the immense power he wielded. But now, with his power slipping away, people are boldly calling him out for possibly being involved in Tupac and Biggie's deaths. And guess what? Voletta Wallace isn't just looking to put Biggie's killer behind bars. She wants those who suppress the investigation to face the consequences too. She joined City of Lies not just to honor Biggie's music, but for Russell Poole, who tragically died in the middle of the investigation. Voletta said, "I hope and pray the truth would expose them." Individually, Russell died exposing them. He was a man of his word. His wife said he died of a broken heart because he didn't see justice. All he saw was corruption, pure lies. Everything was hidden. She also told Entertainment Weekly, "As long as I have life, there's hope. I'll never give up. And I hope when I'm not in this world anymore, my friends and family will carry on this fight. There's always hope, child." If Diddy had anything to do with the deaths of Tupac and Biggie, nobody is going to protect him now. Could these families finally get closure? And if we're lucky, maybe we'll get some professionals now that we know Diddy was recording everything he did and said. But do you actually see him going down for the murders of Biggie and Tupac? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.